AFC playoff picture.
Holy shit balls.
Looks like this.
Yeah.
Patrick Mahomes, a good friend of Chris Simms, close personal friend. Don't have numbers yet of each other, but will soon enough here. They are the favorite.
I can get his number whenever I want.
Exactly. You could, definitely.
I just don't want to be fanboy like that.
Yes, yeah. And he knew that, too, and he respects that move.
Hopefully.
330, plus 330 for the Chiefs. Bills, second choice at plus 500. Then you got the Bengals, Dolphins, Jets, Ravens, Chargers, Jaguars. Second column, Browns, Steelers, Broncos, Titans, Patriots, lower than I maybe would have thought. Raiders, Colts, and then it ends with the Texans. Did you just spill your coffee everywhere?
I did.
And you're using the T-shirt to clean it up.
I dabbed it.
Why?
Because it
was a clean
T-shirt. It was on the
T-shirt.
computer.
It was all you had, right? It was like either let the computer get ruined or ruin the new T-shirt
I was
that
hoping
Ahmed
you
made
weren't
you for
going
the
to see
birthday.
it. I was trying to do it without you looking.
You're like, read all those odds. Read all of them.
Gosh, damn
Go back and look at them again.
You caught me.
That's right. It'll come out.
All
it's
right.
cotton.
It will.
All right. So any surprises from the odds there, first of all? Anyone that jumps out to you like, wow, I can't believe that?
Well, I think, I'm a little surprised the Bills are that high. Okay? I am. Above the Bengals? That far above the Dolphins, who I would go have a better roster? That far above the Ravens and the Jets? I guess I'm just shocked by that right there, right?
Yeah.
That would be the biggest one. But as I told you, like the AFC it was torture. It's torture trying to figure this out. I told you the Texans are the only team that I look at to be definite non-playoff team.
Yeah.
Right? I've even ventured out with saying, oh, the Raiders might be the next one. But the Raiders have so many quality aspects about them. They're a wild card in this thing. There's things about the Raiders, watching film of them a little bit over the weekend and watching stuff of kind of going back there because I didn't watch some of the late in their game moments and stuff like that. Man, the Raiders got size on both sides of the ball. And, of course, they're going to have the receivers and Jimmy Garoppolo. But, I think the gap between the Bills and some of those other teams is very surprising to me.
Okay, all right, let's do it. Same way.
Man,
we'll start with your
AFC.
number one seed. We'll do all the division winners first. So who gets the bye in the AFC?
I'm going to give it to the Baltimore Ravens.
Wow, okay.
Do you have the same thing?
No.
No? Okay.
I mean, I would have thought the Chiefs are the slam dunk.
I'm going to give it to the Baltimore Ravens. New contract, new vibe, new energy, right? When we did the little breakdown of, overs and unders, right? Their schedule, I wrote, one of the things I had in my notes is other than the Bengals in week 2, they are better than their first 8 opponents. So I think it sets up for them a little bit like we did with the Eagles last year. We looked at the schedule and we were like, they're going to be 10-0. Like, there's no doubt about it. Yeah. I'm not saying they're going to be 10-0, but the way it looks, like you could sit there and go, I could certainly see them being 7-1 or 8-2 after 10 games or something like that. So I think the schedule sets up for them to position themselves in that spot the nicest.
It's funny, like the Chiefs are, I would think, the slam dunk pick to get the 1 seed by most people. Yeah. But if you do look at their games last year, they got lucky to win some of those games against not great teams.
They definitely
pulled it out, which they seem to do all the time.
That's what they are. Yeah. Exactly right. They're not a team that always just dominates, through and through. They dominate in the fact that they just find a way to win every week. It doesn't matter who it is.
Yeah.
You're like, damn, they're kind of playing down to that opponent, but they won. Oh, if they look like that next week against that good opponent, that's going to be, and then they come out and you go, well, they're rising up to that challenge. They look better there.
Yeah.
Right. So, again, I think I'm going to play the angle in the AFC West. They're the Chiefs. The schedule, the fact that, they play the AFC East, the Chris Jones factor. I am factoring into this and the fact of it's like they might be off to a little bit of a slower start than I thought, right?
What's going to happen there?
I don't know. And I have no feel after yesterday. So I don't know what to tell you, but like I told you last week, I am getting a little concerned. There's no doubt about that. So Ravens 1, Chiefs 2.
Okay.
Jaguars 3. Miami Dolphins 4. New York Jets 5.
Okay, so now we're into the wild cards.
Yep, sorry. I should have stopped there.
Jeez. Okay, hold on. Let me get that again. So
you got it?
Wait, so you got you got Dolphins in the winning the division in the AFC East.
I do.
We need to pause on that for a second. All right.
Yep, and my 2 seed is, you got it. Everybody, you got it in there. All right, so my Dolphins, yes. Dolphins, I believe, are the best team in the AFC East. I'm making them a 4 seed because I think they're going to, kill each other.
I know.
Right? That's where you look at the AFC East and go, I don't know if anybody can have a real dominant record there just because they got to play each other. They got to play the NFC East as well, right? And the AFC East plays the AFC West, which is going to be some tough games there as well. Mm-hmm. So that's where I kind of have them jumbled up to a degree there. The AFC East, it's very close, but I'm going to give the Dolphins the number 4 seed.
Okay. All right. So now I'm really curious.
Yeah.
You got 3 spots left. You got probably 4, 5, or 6 teams you could consider for these 3 spots.
What? Yes. I'm going Jets 5. I'm on the Jets bandwagon. Yep. Call me biased because of Aaron Rodgers. You heard what I said a few weeks ago. I think the talent on the football team's too good. I'm going to buy into that.
Yeah, they were almost a playoff team last year with their defense alone.
Exactly
basically.
Right. Defense is going to be even better. Offense definitely will be better. I know it's a really tough schedule still, and that's why I got them as a 5 seed. Number 6, I'm going with the Cincinnati Bengals. Okay? Got the Bengals. They play the NFC West and the AFC South. The reason I'm docking them a little bit is Joe Burrow. I'm just a little bit worried about like what we saw last year. They could get off to a slow start here just because he might not be hitting on all cylinders. So I worry about that. And, but either way, even without Joe Burrow, I can't imagine it being a bad start. But I got them as a 6 seed. And then number 7.
Yeah.
Black and yellow, black and yellow.
Wow.
Black and yellow. I can't believe I'm doing it either. I'm going to just go by what I saw a little bit. Like we talk about, there's always a few new teams to the party here.
Yeah.
All right. And I just can't. And the Steelers, the way they looked in the preseason, that coach, the quarterback is real. The weapons are real. I think they got the O-line going. I'm going on what I saw and studied. I know that's not always easy in the preseason because not everybody plays everybody or whatever else, but they look like they're a team on a mission. They look the best out of all teams in the preseason on both sides of the ball. I'm going to take, from that alone, just my football instincts, guts, anything I was raised to believe, I'm going to take the Steelers as a playoff football team.
So, ladies and gentlemen, Chris Simms is not picking his boy Blue and the Buffalo Bills to even make the playoffs.
Can you believe that? I didn't pick them or the Chargers.
Yeah.
I mean, that was like unbelievable. I mean, really. But
start with the Bills.
Buffalo, I didn't like the way it looked necessarily in the preseason, right? Saw them against the Steelers. Steelers looked like a class above them in that game. I don't know if they've done all that much to make their team better. I know they got Leonard Floyd on defense, and he'll be a nice addition.
Vaughn will come back.
Vaughn will be back at some point, right? Where's he at? Offensively, I mean, the only thing to really look at is Dalton Kincaid, right? Their draft pick in the first round to go, that'll be the biggest difference. I think they're the 3rd talented team in the division. I think they're in a very tough division and got a pretty damn tough schedule. And it's just too much on Josh Allen. I'm not saying this is like they missed the playoffs by a landslide. I'm saying like they were like it's them and the Steelers in Week 18, and the Steelers won and the Bills lost, and they didn't get in, right? That's kind of how I'm envisioning this. It's all extremely close. Going to come to tiebreakers, I think, in a lot of these 5, 6, 7, wild card teams in the AFC.
I'm nervous now that we have groupthink somehow. And because I also did not. Hey, Roto Pat walking by in our studio there. Hey, Roto Pat.
But before you go on there, hey, Roto Pat.
Yeah. It's his birthday, Roto Pat. Yeah, there you go. Happy birthday.
Roto
there
Pat.
you go. Okay.
Thank you, man.
Roto Pat.
The other thing too, where
because I didn't pick the Bills either.
You didn't pick the Bills either. I figured you were about to say that.
I didn't pick the Bills.
So one of the things I talked about in the over-under that I thought was like maybe a little bit of a positive, right, is that they got the Jets and the Commanders early on in the year, and they could catch them kind of sleeping. Now, the other aspect of that, and I think where I had to unpack it a little bit more is, they don't know exactly what to expect from the Jets or the Commanders. It's going to be a different look. And the other thing is, if there's a weakness to the Bills' offensive line run game, you're going to be a drop back pass team against those 2 damn D lines and throw it all. So, like, I there was a few things that that I got into here a little bit, where I just went, you know what? I'm not going to believe in the Bills this year. Yep. I think they missed their window. You know, it was there 2 years ago. I think they do need a little refurbishing, a little youngness to their football team. And, yeah, I'm going to have them just missing the playoffs.
There's weird vibes, too, with Stephon Diggs and Josh Allen.
Exactly.
There's some weirdness.
There's some things.
Now, I will say maybe
Leslie Frazier, you know, how that ended up and him leaving in midway through the offseason. There was a few things. Agreed.
Here's the flip side.
Yeah.
The other case I'll make.
Right.
Is that we're overthinking it. We're just getting bored of the Bills. We're getting tired of them. And they still have a good coach in Sean McDermott, and they have a great quarterback in Josh Allen, and that puts you ahead of most other teams out there every year.
There's no doubt. Yeah. I'm sitting there watching the preseason game on Saturday, watching Bears-Bills, and I'm already in my mind going, you know, I've been doing this exercise in my mind for the last 2 or 3 weeks. It's just how I work. When I'm sitting around and I ask my son, hey, I'm thinking about this for the playoffs. I want to hear it. Tell my dad. I just throw out. I want to hear talk. I got to talk about it, right? And I mean, I'm sitting there Saturday in my barn on the chair, going, man, because I was already going, I don't think I'm going to pick the Bills to make the playoffs. And I'm watching Allen make unbelievable plays. I'm going, man, am I really not going to pick him to go to the playoffs? Or am I serious right there? But I'm still a believer in team more than anything, and I just don't think that one guy can overcome all that he'll have to overcome, especially in that division this year. I know.
Can't believe it's happening.
You and me both on the Bills.
And then they're going to start 7-1, and we're like, we're idiots. We are dumb. But you got to make a stand. You got to make a pick. We agreed on everything in this whole playoff picture in the AFC except for I don't have the Steelers in.
You went with your Chargers again?
I don't have the Chargers in.
Wow.
I think that the same thing with the Chargers is like that window. It's just like they've been building. Are they really going to get over the hump?
I don't know either.
It's going to be it for Staley, and they got to try to figure out something on the fly. I put in the Patriots. Bill Belichick. They're not dead yet. They figured out a way. Bill O'Brien back there. Mac Jones. That offense gets rolling again. They got enough pieces on defense, and they squeak in.
I don't think that's crazy at all. I mean, I don't. You know, I look at the Patriots, the Titans, the Broncos. I even brought up the Raiders to where I go, those are all teams that I think are capable of upsetting the party a little bit. And they're coached, and those teams know how to manage games to where, okay, yeah, we're playing in a game. We're not as good as them. We know that. But, you know, we're going to run the ball and chew the clock up, and our defense, we got a great game plan. All of a sudden, we're going, whoa, the Patriots aren't better than the Dolphins, but they're up by 7 with 2 minutes left here. You know what I mean? So yeah. I wouldn't be shocked by any of that. I wouldn't. The team, I think, I told you about the Texans, no way. And I think after thinking about it a little bit and seeing the last piece of the puzzle of this last week, the Colts are a team that I feel good about. Anthony Richardson's an amazing talent, but as we saw last week, and it was some good things, but man, it was all over the place too. When he had to stay in the pocket, make some throws, and do all that. He was, 6 for 18 or something like that in a preseason football game?
Yeah.
You know, that says a lot. I can't sit there and go, oh, in week 3, it'll be 14 for 18. No. I mean, in week 3, it might be 4 for 18. That's what scares me. So I'm not sure where to go there, and they're going to, I think, going to have a little learning curve there.
Broncos, I kind of felt like I should give them a little more love, right?
Know.
Sean Payton, but also they've lost Tim Patrick. They lost Jerry Jeudy.
Jerry Jeudy's going to be out for a little bit here.
KJ Hamler,
right?
Too, right?
Yeah, KJ Hamler done. You know, running back coming back from injury.
It's like you just can't replace those guys.
No, I don't think the offensive line's perfect quite yet. You know, there's definitely, you know, again, I like them, but like you're saying, I couldn't quite put them over the hump to get in the playoffs.
All right, so let's go through it then.
All right, here we go.
You got the Ravens sitting at home as the 1 seed with a bye.
That's right. We got the 2-7 matchup, which is Chiefs-Steelers. Chiefs win in Arrowhead. All right.
Okay. We
got the 3-6 matchup, the Jaguars at home against the Bengals. I got the Bengals going in and upsetting the Jaguars.
Ooh, okay.
Right. And then we got the Dolphins-Jets matchup. The part 3 of the season down in Miami. And this is where I think the seasoning of Aaron Rodgers will come through. And they pull off the upset on the road and beat the Dolphins in the wild card game, which will lead us to Bengals at Ravens. And it will lead us to Jets at Chiefs.
Oh, my
Rodgers
gosh.
versus Mahomes, part 2. Okay? And hopefully they can do that on NBC. That could be the divisional round Saturday.
Yeah,
game.
we call that game.
Yeah, we call it. That's
one.
ours. If they're both healthy at quarterback, that's ours. I called. I got dibs there. All right, so Bengals-Ravens, division matchup.
Okay.
I'm going to give the Ravens the edge this year.
Okay.
Take the Ravens. Damn, it's hard in the AFC. I mean, I'm going, wait, Josh Allen? I got Joe Burrow leaving in the divisional round. What the hell? And then Jets-Chiefs. I'm taking the Chiefs. I'm going to take the Chiefs. Of course, the Jets roster, I think, is right there with the Chiefs. The thing I like about the Chiefs with matchups like it's the Jets or the Dolphins with these great D lines, the Chiefs have an awesome offensive line. You know, so to some of these teams in the AFC where I go, oh, they're pass rush and all that, the Chiefs, it's negated a little bit in these matchups to where, you know, some teams I look at the Jets and go, ooh, they're going to overwhelm that O-line. The Chiefs, I don't worry about that in any matchup, right? So we got Chiefs-Ravens, AFC Championship game, Chiefs going to Baltimore, and once again, I am taking the Kansas City Chiefs. The Chiefs to go to the Super Bowl to play the San Francisco 49ers.
That game will be in Kansas City, according to you.
No, I got the Ravens.
Oh, that's right, because the Ravens
seed.
are the 1 seed.
Yeah.
That's right, of course.
Yeah, right.
So they go to Baltimore on the road, win to go to the Super Bowl.
First time on the road. That's going to be different for them, right? Because they've had 5 home. So first ever playoff game on the road. Gets to play Lamar Jackson, Baltimore Ravens. They pull off the upset.
But they're probably favored in that game.
I mean,
so it
probably.
might not even be an upset. According to the seeds, it's the upset. But,
yeah.
All right, so you have Chiefs and Ravens. Have you made your pick who's going to win there yet? No. Oh, wait, yeah, you did. Chiefs,
I did.
Sorry.
I got the Chiefs. I got 49ers, Chiefs, which, you know, I thought about last year. Last year I did have Eagles, Chiefs. It just, you know, again, it's hard to dethrone the Chiefs.
Yes.
The Chris Jones factor does bother me. It really does.
He'll be back by then.
But I mean, yeah, hopefully back by the Super Bowl. But when is he back?
That's his first game.
Is it here soon? Is it, you know, when is it? That certainly makes me, you know, question some things there.
All right, so my AFC Championship game?
Yeah.
Same thing. Ravens versus Chiefs, and I have the Chiefs winning.
Yo, thanks for watching, homies. I appreciate it. As always, the NFL season is right around the corner, so now it's your turn to hit subscribe to Chris Simms Unbuttoned. If you want to get all the training camp battles, preseason film review, playoff predictions, and much, much more, you know where to find it. It's right here, Chris Simms Unbuttoned. Please subscribe. Thanks again for watching. Peace out, homies. See you soon.